Alright guys, so welcome back again sa ating video tutorial. So dito tayo ngayon sa gold trading um, series, no? Nasa lesson 2 na tayo, which is candlestick patterns. So I am Sir Suerte, and pag-aaralan natin ngayon kung ano nga ba yung candlestick patterns. Okay? So first, let us know what is candlestick. So ano nga ba ang candlestick? So ang candlestick ay isang uri ng chart na ginagamit sa trading para ipakita ang galaw ng presyo ng gold o kahit anong asset sa isang specific time period. So example, in 1 hour, in 1 minute time frame, or in 15 minutes, or 1 hour, 1 a day. So um, yung isang candle, no, kung pumunta ka sa 1 minute time frame, yung isang candle is binubuo siya ng 1 minute, as well as kung pumunta ka sa 15 minutes time frame, so yung isang candle is binubuo siya ng 15 minutes. So, bawat candlestick ay may apat na presyo. So, una, may tinatawag na open. So, ito yung presyo simula ng time period. So, for example, um, sa 1 minute, dito nag-start yung price dito. Okay? And then, in a certain seconds, kasi 1 minute ito, in a certain seconds, gumawa siya ng high. So, ito yung high na pinakamataas sa presyo na inabot ng price. So, tumaas yung price. Yan. So, ito yung ating high. Okay? And then, merong tinatawag na low. Ito yung pinakamababang presyo na inabot. So, pag open, nag-move yung price pataas. And then, ito yung pinaka-high niya. And then, bumaba. Okay? So, ito yung low. Alright? And then, may close. So, ang presyo sa dulo ng time period. So, ibig sabihin, nag-close yung candlestick after 1 minute dito sa, ayan. So, nagiging bullish candle. So, we have open, and then high, low, and biglang nag-close. Okay? So, ganon. So, yan yung tinatawag na open, high, low, close, or O, H, L, C. So, open, high, low, close. Alright? So, may tinatawag na parts ng candlestick. So, we have a body. So, yung makapal na part, so between the open and the close. Okay? So, for example, so meron tayong candlestick. Say, for example, ito. Ayan. So, this is the body. Okay? Ito yung body na tinatawag. Right? Body. So, yung makapal na part, so between the open and the close. And then, may tinatawag na wick or shadow. Ito yung manipis na linya sa taas at baba, showing high at low. So, this one is what we call the wicks or wick. Okay? Or shadow. Okay? So, this is the body. Okay? And ito is the wick or shadow. And then, sa parts ng candlestick, meron siyang color coding. May color. So, it represents, no? So, pag bullish, okay, sa color natin, minsan, ginagamit ito, o ginagamit na color is green, for bullish, or white. So, ibig sabihin, yung close is above the open. So, let us draw a bullish candle. So, sabi niya, pag bullish, ito yung paakyat na presyo. So, yung color nito is, it's either green or white. So, let us draw a bullish candle. So, sabi niya is close is greater than open. So, let's say, for example, dito nag-open yung price. Okay? So, let's draw a bullish candle. So, nag-open yung price dito. And then, tumaas. Then high. Then low. And then, nag-close. So, dito nag-close yung candlestick. Okay? Ayan. So this is what we call the bullish candle. Okay? So open, the high, the low, and the close. Right. So ano naman yung color ng bearish candle? So kadalasan ito ay red or black. So let us change the color to red. So close is less than open. So say for example, nag-open tayo, nag-open yung price, then tumaas, okay? Tumaas yung price. Alright? Tumaas yung price, and then biglang bumaba at saka nag-close dito. Okay? So yung candle natin parang ganito. Ayan. Okay? So ayan natin. So pag may makita ka na red candle, ibig sabihin bearish yan. No? Or a black candle is the bearish. So it means bababa yung price. So dito tayo nag-open. Okay? O. And then ito yung high. And then bumaba. Ito yung low at saka dito yung close. So open, high, and then low, and then close. Okay? So this is a bearish candlestick. Saka ito naman, bullish. Bullish. Bullish candle. Okay? So, in the parts of candlestick, meron tayong tinatawag na body. Ito yung malaking makapal na part ng candlestick. Yung weak or shadow, ito yung manipis na linya. So, yan, nakita nyo kanina yung illustration natin. And then, sa candlestick, meron tayong colors or color coding. So, pag bullish, kadalasan, yung color is green or white. So, depende yan sa pag-set or sa settings ng inyong MetaTrader 5 or trading view. So, depende yun sa inyo kung anong gagamitin na color. Pero, by default, no, usually, ginagamit yung green as a bullish. It means paakyat yung presyo. Okay? Pag bearish naman is the price is pababa. Okay? Bullish pataas, bearish pa baba. Okay? Next, so bakit candlestick ang gamit sa gold trading or sa kahit anong um, trading market, no? So ang gold or XAUUSD ay sobrang volatile o mabilis gumalaw. So candlestick chart ay makakatulong para makita kung no, mas malakas ang buyers or the sellers. Okay? Number two, kung may signal na babaliktad ang trend. So may tinatawag tayo na reversal. Then, kung tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang trend or is what we call continuation. So here are the common candlestick patterns. So we have a doji. Okay, so the open at close halos magkakapareho. So ibig sabihin indecision ng market. So magsabi indecision, hindi natin hindi masiguro kung saan papunta yung market or price. It's either bababa siya or pataas. Yan. So indecision ng market. So usually hindi tayo nag-trade dito, no? Okay? So hindi natin alam kung tataas siya or baba kasi parang parehas yung yung buyers at saka sellers. Okay? Next, we have the hammer. So maliit ang body sa taas, mahaba ang wick sa baba. So pwedeng bullish reversal sa support. Okay? So yan, example of a hammer. So pag makita kayo ng ganitong candlestick, no? Pag meron kayong candlestick na makita, so ibig sabihin may rejection sa dito na price. Kaya pinupush yung presyo pataas. Ibig sabihin pag dito yung support, no? It means yung support, okay? Ibig sabihin maraming buyers ang nakaabang dito. Kaya pag nang umabot yung presyo sa part dito sa support, biglang umakyat yung presyo. Kaya may tinatawag na rejection. So possible pag may bullish candle na lumabas, no, yung chance is price will go up. Okay? Pag nasa support yung makikita mo na hammer. Okay? Ayan. Then we have the shooting star. So maliit ang body sa baba, mahaba ang wick sa taas. So, pwedeng bearish reversal sa resistance. So, for example, ito yung resistance natin. Resistance. Resistance yan. Okay? So, nang umabot yung price sa resistance, no? Pilit naman pinabababa ng mga sellers. Kaya meron siyang mahabang wick. So, may rejection sa resistance. So, it's an indication na malakas yung seller. Okay? And then, pag may lumabas na malaking candlestick na pula, okay, ibig sabihin yan, may probability or may chance o malaki ang chance na bababa yung market. Kasi nasa resistance yung shooting star na candlestick pattern. Next, we have the engulfing pattern. So, meron tinatawag na bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing. So, when we talk about bullish engulfing, ito yung maliit na red candle matapos sinundan ng malaking green candle. So, buyers na ang may control. For example, this one is the bearish candle. So, let us change the color of this. So, this one is the example of a bullish engulfing. So, meron siyang bearish candle. So, before the bullish engulfing, meron siyang red candle. And then, pag the next candle is may lumabas na malaking green candle. Okay? So, ibig sabihin is na-engulf niya yung previous candle. So, ibig sabihin, lumakas yung buyer. So, may tendency or probability na yung presyo is pataas. Okay? And, dagdagan pa natin ng confluence na nandyan siya sa support. Okay? Pag meron siya tayong engulfing or bullish engulfing, pag lumabas siya sa support, ibig sabihin malakas na yung buyer. So, yung probability niya is pataas yung presyo. Okay? Pag bearish engulfing naman is merong maliit na green candle tapos malaking red candle. So, sellers na ang may control. For example, ito yung green candlestick and then pagkasunod nito is merong siyang malaking red candle. So, ibig sabihin is na-engulf. Kumbaga, na mas dumami yung seller. Okay? Ganon. So, bearish engulfing. So, may tendency na yung kasunod nito na candlestick is pababa na rin. Okay? And then, lagyan pa natin ng confluence is nasa resistance siya. Resistance. Okay? Pag nasa resistance at may nakita kang bullish o bearish engulfing na candlestick, so pwede tayong mag-sell dito. Okay? Pwede tayong mag-entry ng sell. And then, yung stop loss natin is dito, yung SL. Okay? So, pag ganitong lumabas na may bearish engulfing, pwede ka na tayo mag-entry dito. Okay? Kasi malaki yung chance na bababa yung price. And then, your next target is the next swing low ng market. Next support. Okay? Next support. So, yan yung tatargetan ng price. Okay? That's based on my experience lang. So, example sa gold trading. So gold price nasa 1900s, no? Nasa 1900s yung price. Okay? Okay, so for example, dito nag-start yung price ng open. And then, bumagsak hanggang 1890. So, dito nag-open. And then, say bumagsak dito yung presyo. Bumagsak dito yung price. Ayan. Support. So, say for example, dito bumagsak yung price. Nasa support siya. Okay? Sa support. So, hanggang 1890. So, okay pa ba? I hope nakakasabay tayo ha. Okay? So, dito yung price natin sa 1800, 1900s, no? So, bumagsak yung price sa 1890. And then, ito yung ating support, no? Ito yung support. And, the next, then, may nag-form ng hammer. So, for example, nag-form ng hammer. Ayan. So, ang tsura ng hammer is ganito. Ayan, for example. Okay? So, may hammer sa support. And then, ang the next candle ay bullish or green candle. Nag-green. pag ang next close niya is merong lumabas na green candle, bullish candle. So, ibig sabihin yan is possible na umakyat ulit yung price sa target na 1918. So, for example, ganito, pwede tayong mag-buy sa dito. Pag nag-close yung candlestick dito, pwede tayong mag-buy. Okay? Kasi we expect that the price will going up and then yung target niya is 1910. Oops, 1910. And then your stop loss below 1885. So dito ka mag-stop loss. Ayan. Oh, 1885 sa below. So 1885 yung stop loss mo. Okay? So pag umakyat, pag nag-buy ka dyan, pag nag-buy ka dito sa bullish candle, nag-close dito, pag nag-buy, pag umakyat, so magiging profit tayo. Pag bumagsak ulit at na-hit yung stop loss, nasa 1885, no, below 1885, so loss tayo niyan. Okay? So that's how we can trade the gold using the hammer candlestick pattern and then may kasama pa siyang bullish candlestick. Okay? So tips sa paggamit ng candlestick sa gold. So laging i-combine, no? So laging i-combine ang candlestick patterns sa support and resistance levels. Okay? So mas reliable ang patterns sa higher time frame. So yun ang sinabi ko kanina, no? Pag nasa higher time frame ka, is mas reliable yung candlestick pattern. So for example, nasa H1 ka or 1 hour time frame or in the 4 hour or in the daily time frame. So pwede kang gumamit ng indicators such as RSI or Relative Strength Index, moving average, no, para i-confirm ang signal. And then mag-ingat kapag may economic news. So for example, meron siyang non-farm payroll, no? Pag may news, no, sobrang volatile ang gold. Okay? And that's the end of our lesson for candlestick pattern. So now for the next lecture natin, no, pag-aaralan natin kung ano ba yung tinatawag na support and resistance. Okay? So in the next video, ang pag-aaralan natin is support and resistance. Alright, so I hope may natutunan tayo sa ating video tutorial. And then if you like my video, please hit the like button, um, subscribe my channel, and paki-share naman, no, para mas maraming makapanood sa ating video tutorial. And by the way, uh, I'm not a I'm not a financial advisor, no? And lahat ng mga tinuturo natin dito is based on my experience. Okay? So I'm in, I think, 5 years na tayo nag-aaral ng trading, no? So sa ngayon, to be honest, I'm not a profitable trader. Okay? Gaya ninyo, nag-aaral din ako para mag-improve, para mas um, ma-enhance yung ating skills. So, yung ginagawa ko dito is sinishare ko lang yung mga natutunan ko in the previous years during my trading journey. So, hindi ko kayo ina-encourage na mag-deposit agad sa live trading, no, na gagamit kayo ng malaking capital, no. So, I suggest that kailangan muna natin pag-aralan yung mga basic ng trading. So, hindi tayo pwede pumasok agad-agad kasi napaka-risky yung trading. Pwede kang maging instant millionaire and then pwede kang maging instant na pulubi. So, I suggest na panoorin muna yung mga tutorials natin, pag-aralan, i-apply sa demo, and then once na feeling mo or ma-assess mo sa self na kaya mo nang mag-trade sa live account, so pwede tayo mag-start sa small capital, I think mga $50 at least, ma-experience natin yung live market. Okay? So, ang trading, no, ito ay long term, no, pang long term investment ito. Hindi ito pang madalian na pangpayaman o pang, you know, So, hindi madali yung trading. Okay? So, I suggest na pag-aralan yung trading at saka manood ng mga video tutorials. Actually, maraming video tutorials sa YouTube. So, pwede ka doon mag-search or manood sa mga video tutorials ng mga traders, no? And then, ayun lang. So, I advise na panoorin yung mga video tutorials and then i-practice araw-araw mag-practice mag-trade. Okay? So, thank you for watching and see you for the next video. Bye-bye!